So what's the hype about mold? I talk to realtors, I talk to homeowners that say, I found mold. Does that mean I have to burn my house down? That's the hype about mold. The hype about mold is $5 million lawsuits from very famous people saying, I've got mold in my home, I'm going to sue whoever and get a big payback. Well, that's the hype about mold, but I really would like to get to the truth about mold. There's certain things that people need to be aware of when they go and ask for a mold investigation, because there are, just like in any field, there's professionals and there's non-professionals. Some of the things you need to worry about is if somebody says, oh, you've got mold, it's going to make you sick, you're going to die. I mean, that, honestly, putting the fear in you, that's something to be very cautious of. Also, if somebody goes in there and they say, oh, without taking any kind of an air sample, they look at a mold and they tell you, that's black mold, that's Stachybotrys. If they don't take an air sample or suggest doing an air sample, I would be very cautious of that. And look for a certified mold inspector, like you'll find with ERA tests. It's very important to have an independent mold testing company do your mold investigation for you. I believe it's a conflict of interest to have a mold remediation company doing the mold sampling as well. We'd like to believe that we're all honest, good people, but it's going to be a lot more tempting for an individual to find a mold problem if they're also going to be making thousands of dollars cleaning up that mold problem. I don't have a need to find mold. I would just as soon not find mold in a home and be able to tell the people that, hey, you've got peace of mind, there's no mold in your home. Why don't I just go and get one of these mold kits down at the local hardware store or box store? And I tell them, well, you can do that if you have visible mold and or you think you have visible mold and you just want to find out if that fuzzy stuff growing on your countertop is mold. That'll tell you it's mold or it's not. However, the only way you're going to know what type of mold you're dealing with specifically and how active that mold is, how extensive that mold is, where that mold may be coming from, what is the source of the mold in your home, as well as how to take care of that specific species of mold. That's why you need a mold inspector. It's so important that you use a professional mold inspector. I don't have any conflict of interest. I would just as soon help you find an easy solution to your mold problems. Please don't wait to call ERA Test and have me come out and do a mold inspection of your home.